Mayoral candidate Anthony Furey is making an announcement in Scarborough. Let's listen in live.
Going to be doing that anymore. And I know that the mayor's office, of course, does not direct the school board. I will be an advocate for parents of all backgrounds. I got to tell you, Muslim parents are telling me they're unhappy with it. Gay and lesbian parents tell me we didn't ask for this. What's going on here? I will be their representative, talking with the Ministry of Education, talking with the trustees, talking with the school board on how parents, again, all across this political spectrum, don't want to go more in this direction. I'm here today, though, to speak to you about affordability issues on the campaign trail when it comes to taxes, when it comes to basic cost of living in Toronto, because I think we have a clear choice right now in this election. There are candidates who will make life less affordable, and there are candidates who will make life more affordable. And I am the candidate who, from day one, has said that I'm going to respect taxpayer dollars. I'm going to say no to new taxes. I'm here canvassing, campaigning in Scarborough today. We're up here at Kennedy and Eglinton. And the basic facts are that when you see high property tax increases, like what Olivia Chow will bring in, that's going to be passed on to renters. Landlords are going to receive those tax increases. They're going to pass it on to renters. It's going to jack up the price of rent for the hardworking people who I'm meeting with here out on the campaign trail. And we cannot allow high property tax increases. I would love to tell you a fantasy campaign promise and say zero property tax increases, but I think everybody knows that that's not reality. But at the same time, I've made the commitment to keep property tax increases below the rate of inflation so people can get ahead and so that renters are not hit with really aggressive increases on their rent that will just make life less affordable. I'm also the only candidate who has said flat out no to new taxes. All the city councillors running against me for mayor, they have voted to proceed with a municipal sales tax, road tolls and the Gardner and DVP, commercial parking levy. They have voted to proceed with studies at City Hall that will put us on the pathway for that. And I have said no to new tax increases, no to new taxes. I am going to do a full program review and spending review from day one as soon as I get into the mayor's office to ensure value for taxpayers and to bring back respect for taxpayers. Right now, the City Hall budget is at $16 billion, the operating budget, and that has actually ballooned by 50% over the past decade. And you know, I ask people all across the city, do you feel like you're getting 50% more services at City Hall? And everyone says, no, we feel like we're getting less. We're not having police answering calls. We're not having the potholes being fixed. The infrastructure is a challenge. We've got to go back to basics. And part of my program review is a commitment to the residents of Toronto that we will go back to basics. We will get the core services done. I'm going to say no to the pet projects and the frills and the special interest group funding that has seen the budget balloon, but see you not be served well in the basics that you want out of City Hall. How can it be that the budget has ballooned, but we have fewer police officers than before? You know, I have pledged to hire 500 new police officers so there can be a visible presence on our streets, on public transit, and our communities. It's about going back to those basics. And those 500 police officers, as you know, only brings us back to the head count that we were at 2014. I have pledged to do a non-core services hiring freeze once I get into the mayor's office. And what that means, non-core services, is that there are about 40% of bureaucrats who work at City Hall who are on the sunshine list. They're making over $100,000. We want to freeze the hiring there. We're not firing anyone. Public servants have the bills to pay as well. There are family members, there are neighbors. But we're going to be freezing the rehiring when people retire or when they depart City Hall to take on another job. And we're going to port over those positions to places like the policing headcount, or just people doing the core services, helping get transit built, helping fill the potholes. That is my commitment to the people of Toronto, because the clear choice.
We've been listening in there to mayoral candidate Anthony Furey making a whole host of campaign promises leading up to voting day.